I didn't notice it at first. The little things are always easy to brush off. A mug in the wrong place, a faint creak in the middle of the night, a light flickering for no reason, but hindsight makes everything clear. It wasn't just my imagination. I should have realized sooner. It started with my phone. I was scrolling through it one night when the screen froze. That wasn't unusual. It happened sometimes. What was unusual was when it unfroze, a video started playing. It was a recording of my living room from a high angle like a security camera, but I didn't have any security cameras. I paused, staring at the screen. It was a live feed. The timestamp at the bottom matched the time on my phone. The angle was unfamiliar, but the subject wasn't. It was me. Sitting on the sofa, holding my phone, staring at the screen, I turned the phone off and tossed it across the room. My hands shook as I tried to think of a rational explanation. Maybe it was a prank, some kind of glitch, but the idea felt hollow. My flat felt too quiet, the shadows too deep. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I found the first camera. It was tucked behind the bookshelf, its tiny black lens barely visible. I stared at it for what felt like an eternity before I plucked it from its hiding spot. My fingers were trembling so badly I almost dropped it. I tore through my flat, searching every corner. By the time I was done, I'd found 6 cameras. In the vents, behind the bathroom mirror, even one embedded in a light fixture. Each discovery tightened the knot of dread in my stomach. Someone had been watching me, recording me, living my life through their lenses. I called the police. They took the cameras, asked some questions, and promised to investigate. They didn't seem to take it seriously. One of them suggested it was leftover equipment from a previous tenant. The other just nodded and handed me a card with a phone number to call if I found anything else. That night, I heard footsteps, faint, deliberate, and too close. They stopped just outside my bedroom door. I held my breath, staring at the sliver of light beneath the door. The shadows shifted, but when I finally worked up the courage to check, there was no one there. The next day, things got worse. My laptop was behaving strangely, windows opening and closing on their own. My webcam light flicked on briefly before going dark again. Then a video played. This time, it was a recording of me in the shower. My knees buckled, and I clutched the edge of the table to keep from collapsing. The timestamp showed it was recorded that morning. I tried to delete it, but the file wouldn't go away. My phone vibrated. A message popped up on the screen. "Don't delete that. We like it." My blood ran cold. I threw the laptop across the room. The screen shattered, but it didn't matter. The damage was done. They were in my devices. They could see me, hear me, everywhere I went. I stopped going to work, stopped leaving the house. I taped over every camera, turned off every electronic device, but it didn't help. My phone would still light up in the middle of the night, showing me images of myself sleeping. Sometimes the photos were taken from angles that didn't make sense, angles that shouldn't have been possible. I got rid of my phone. I smashed my laptop, my television, even the microwave. I thought I could cut them out, sever the connection, but they always found a way back in. One night I woke up to the sound of a voice. It was coming from my tablet, which I was sure I'd thrown away. The screen glowed softly in the dark. A man's voice, calm and amused, said, "You can't hide from us." I smashed the tablet too, but I knew it wouldn't matter. I tried moving. I packed my things and left the flat. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I bought a new phone, but the first time I turned it on, a message appeared on the screen. "You can't escape." I didn't even unpack. I sat on the floor of my new flat, staring at the walls, trying to understand how they always knew. The cameras reappeared, not just in the flat, but in my car. In hotel rooms, in public bathrooms, I'd look up and see a glint of light, a tiny lens watching me. I smashed them when I found them, but more always took their place. Now I live in constant fear. Every device is a threat. Every reflection feels like an accusation. Every time I close my eyes, I imagine them watching me, their eyes fixed on me through countless hidden lenses. I don't know what they want. Maybe they don't want anything. Maybe the watching is the point. Last night I found a camera inside my pillow. I threw it away, but this morning a new one was sitting on the kitchen counter next to a note. The handwriting was neat, almost cheerful. It said, "It's not the cameras, it's us." I don't know what that means. I don't want to know. But the walls feel like they're closing in, and the shadows seem darker every night. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I can feel them, watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe for more content.